Weekday mornings were meant to drive in the fast lane. It's Frank Sparks on Beaver County Radio.
.28, and we'll get started with Mayor Val here before Noah comes in. He'll be doing headline news at the bottom of the hour. And then we'll visit more with Miss Val as the morning runs on. Good morning, Miss Val. How are you today?
Well, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I think it's my first time ever actually interviewing you on the air, is it not?
Yes, it is the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we do a lot off the air, but
yeah, yes, we do.
so Miss Val is the mayor of New Brighton, Valerie McElvy. And last night was council meeting. Anything good come out of last night's council meeting?
Well, it was kind of dry, really, because we took care of all of our business the last month, and now we're getting ready for our fall activities in the borough. So that's what we focused on, really. You do know that the Beaver County Bakery up on the hill?
Yeah.
It's Columbia Gas bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to put their substation there.
Okay.
And so that was the biggest news.
That's the one right behind McNutt Apartments, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We used to go there as a kid after church and get cookies.
After church, all of us.
Remember the sugar cookies?
Yes.
I used to love the sugar and raisin cookies. And then they always had those pull apart, you know, the muffins or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, the pull apart biscuits.
Well, it's just a memory now.
Yeah, but they're good memories.
Yeah, good, very good
I always
memories.
remember that, going in there and you got a free cookie. As a kid, they gave you a free cookie.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are good memories.
Yeah, so, well, that's cool.
And again, and I know it sounds old, but I can't thank enough the support I'm getting from New Brighton, my being mayor, and I can't thank the police enough for patrolling our borough during public events. It's so important, so important. And they were even out and about during the storm, those microburst storms. They were right there helping. And then if I could briefly tell you that I was very blessed to be able to go to a fall leadership conference as mayor. My first one as mayor. It was in Lancaster. And PSAB, the Pennsylvania State Boroughs Association, it's the only organization that focuses on exclusively the needs and interests of borough communities. And they are a conduit for valuable information that helps our boroughs perform at highly effective levels. And I attended some mayor workshops to hone in on what I'm supposed to be doing in New Brighton.
I got an absolute kick out of the I like watching your travels because that was absolutely hilarious. Mr. McElvy decided to go along with you.
Yes, which is very odd.
Yes.
Very odd, yeah. And I'm very frugal. Those who know me very well, my husband uses the word cheap, but I just don't like that word. I'm very frugal. And I got a very cheap flight to Lancaster, not knowing that we would have to help fly the plane and move the propeller and use our feet like the Flintstone days to land the plane. And my husband is no longer going to allow me to make airline flight plans anymore. Can you imagine? And there was only 10 of us on the plane.
I was going to say, it looked like you were packed in pretty good there.
The airline pilot turned around and looked at us face to face to tell us that the barf bag was in the seat in front of us and that there's going to be a lot of turbulence. So it was quite interesting.
All right.
But I made it home.
We're going to do News with Noah.
Sure.
And then once we come back from Headline News with Noah, we will then have more with Mayor Valerie McElvy coming up. And we'll hear more about her travels after this. Noah, Headline News.
Thanks, Frank. Coming up at 9:05, we will have more details about the Boys and Girls Club of Western Pennsylvania hosting their 50th anniversary concert. Details from our Beaver County Radio News correspondent, Sandy Giordano. We'll also have some more details about 2 guns being intercepted by TSA officers at Pittsburgh International Airport in a span of 2 days. We will also have details about a man being convicted by a Beaver County jury for the murder of a transgender woman in her Aliquippa apartment back in 2021. We will also have more details from Danielle Smith about poll workers. Pennsylvania needs a lot more of them for the voting process to go smoothly on Election Day. And we will also have more details about former President Donald Trump's rally at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport in Latrobe on Saturday. We'll also have some details about PennDOT giving tips for adults and kids to stay safe on Halloween. We will have a complete newscast for you coming up at 9:05. We can expect sunny skies today with a high near 67 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of around 37 degrees. Good weather continuing this weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday will be sunny skies with a high near 71 degrees. And Monday will be sunny skies as well with a high near 74 degrees. On this Friday, October 18th of 2024 at 33 minutes after 8, we've got a temperature of 41 degrees currently in Beaver County. Stick around for our complete newscast at 9:05. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM and AM 1230 WBVP, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Halloween.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. All right.
I could have just done a Waluigi impression, to be quite honest with you.
All right. No, we'll be back 9:05 with more news this morning. All right, Noah. Take care.
All right,
I'll
you
see
too.
you on Monday, Noah. All right. All right. It is time for the Mangino preview for this week. And we'll have McDonald's. Here, I can even do that. McDonald's and get your boo bucket today.
I'm Mangino, and welcome to the Beaver County Radio High School Football Preview, where we take a look at the upcoming games around the Beaver Valley. It's brought to you by your Beaver Valley McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's crunch time. Some teams are playing with playoff hopes in mind. Others are playing for pride, like Ambridge. They started their season winning 3 of their first 4. This week, they're at Newcastle, but both teams are looking for their first conference win. Beaver area 6-2 overall, 2-1 in conference play. In 2 weeks, they could be playing for a share of the Western Hills Conference title when they host Avonworth. They first must take care of business with a struggling Quaker Valley team. Beaver Falls continues to search for their first win of the season. This week it's Riverside before they finish their season against Elwood City. Blackhawk is fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive too by going through West Allegheny this week before finishing their season at Newcastle. Central Valley is one of those 3 teams playing for a shot at the Western Hills Conference title. Friday, they host a Hopewell team and finish their season against North Hills. Cornell has an eye toward the playoffs. They're on the road against Chartiers Houston and then at home with Monessen. Elwood City, they're undefeated and they want to keep that streak going. Union, winners of 2 in a row, and a much improving Beaver Falls team would like to bring that streak to an end. Freedom is looking to end a 2-game losing streak when they travel to Mohawk. Moon has had a tough road in the 5A Allegheny 6 Conference, and it's not going to get any easier. The Tigers are at undefeated Upper St. Clair Friday and then finish at home against 6-win South Fayette. New Brighton, after not winning a game in over 2 years, is looking at a possible playoff berth, but they first must go through Western Beaver and Union. Olsh plays Shadyside Academy and finishes at Keystone Oaks. Riverside has playoff hopes of their own and need a couple of wins on the road. Beaver Falls this week and Mohawk to end the season. Rochester, they were written off by many when they started at 0-4, but in conference play, they're 2-2. The Rams are at Northgate and finish at home against Southside. Speaking of Southside, they have an uphill climb of their own to finish their season. Next up, undefeated in conference play, and at the top of the 1A Big 7, the Laurel Spartans. Western Beaver is looking to cruise into the playoffs, first New Brighton, and then a finale at Freedom that have plans of their own. West Allegheny comes into the final 2 weeks at 2-1 in conference play. They have a road game against Blackhawk Friday, and then they finish at Montour. The Beaver County Radio High School Football Game of the Week has the Spartans of Montour hosting Quips of Aliquippa. Aliquippa's only loss was to a 5-18 Penn Hills in a close one, 21-13. Montour and Aliquippa are putting up over 34 points per game. The Quips are giving up just over 14, while the Spartans are giving up less than 10. They've each had games against Mars, Newcastle, and Blackhawk. Montour won their games by an average of 44-9. Aliquippa, 50-17. Montour, Aliquippa for the driver's seat to the Parkway Conference Championship. Join me with Mike Azadian in the booth, Tank Latham on the sideline. Pregame is 6:30. Kickoff is at 7. Watch the game live on Facebook or YouTube. Search Beaver County Radio. Listen live on your smartphone by downloading the St. Barnabas Radio Network app, favorite WBVP, or on the radio, 99.3 FM and 1230 AM WBVP. The best of Beaver County football is right here on Beaver County Radio.
You're busy, no time to cook, you're hungry, and the kids are too. Don't stress. Make it a McDonald's dinner tonight. Download the app and get McDelivery right to your door. Whatever you're hungry for, McDonald's has it. You're happy, the kids will be too. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Tune in to Beaver County Radio 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP every Monday and Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. for Thinking Logically with Joe Corsai. It is an all-new show that takes a look at the conservative side of politics. Thinking Logically is also presented on the WBVP-WNBA Facebook page and YouTube channel. That's Thinking Logically with Joe Corsai each and every Monday and Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. right here on Beaver County Radio.
Hi, y'all. My name is Kenyon Johns, and I'm running to be your next state representative in District 14. With our representative retiring, we need strong leadership to move us forward. And with my experience as a lifelong Beaver Countyan, the current mayor of the city of Beaver Falls, with the proven track record of improving our communities and the Commonwealth as a whole, I am that candidate. As your next representative, I will fight for a more prosperous and thriving community with strong investment in education, good-paying jobs, and a better quality of life for us all. Get involved at KenyaJohns.com and vote Kenya Johns.
Paid for by people for Kenya Johns.
Hot coffee in the morning and Frank Sparks. Now you're in the fast lane. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and streaming live on BeaverCountyRadio.com.
All right, after all that, we're back with Miss Val, mayor of New Brighton, talking about all things New Brighton, and she informed us a little bit about what went on during the council meeting last night and told us about her trip and her travels. And poor Mr. McElvy's face looked like he was ready to throw up, so that's probably why they told you the barf
About
bag
the
was in
barf
front.
bag.
Yeah. I saw the look on his face, and he was like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to kill her when
I'm
we get
going
home.
to kill her.
So, anyways, all right, so what else is up in New Brighton?
So we got some fall stuff going on Saturday. We're having a community yard sale, starts at 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. and then the Fall Fest starts from 12 to 5. We've got 88 vendors. We got music. We got belly dancers, zombie walkers, hay maze, pumpkin bowling, decorating. Facebook, you know, I'm not a social media person, but Facebook says we're at 5,100 people which have said they wanted to come to this event, which would be awesome. And a shout out to Brighton Health Mart and Bullseye as the biggest sponsors for that event.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys stole Dawn Savage off me. She was
Yes.
usually my
And now
my
she's
trunk or
with
treater, and she
us.
went to New Brighton this year.
Went to New Brighton's the place to be.
She's like, "Gay beat you to the punch." I was like, "Oh
See?
man,
Yeah, you gotta be
So it
quick.
is. But it all starts tonight, correct? I mean, we got
Yes.
high school football with Western
Yes.
Beaver visiting New Brighton.
Yes,
and tonight's the
can I
Wausau
remind
Walk.
you all that New Brighton got the jug back?
Did you hear they broke it?
Are you
I
serious?
swear to God.
Oh my!
The shop teacher's trying to fix it right now. They were putting river water in it and they broke it.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll have to look into it.
I'll have to look
Mayor
into
Val
that.
is going to is going to go look at
I'm going to
investigate.
look into that. I'm going to investigate that. And then, real quick, you know, our famous parade is going to be October 23rd, 6:30. We're known. It could be raining, hail, sleet, and we are going to march in the parade. And yours truly, I'm not going to tell you what costume I'm going to be in, but I will be in. I will be in the parade. How about you, Frank?
Absolutely. Well, I won't be in the parade. We'll be broadcasting it live.
There you go.
We showed last year. We watched the parade last year.
Mm-hmm.
We were standing in our T-shirts doing the parade, and it looks like this year we're going to hit Indian Summer again.
Yes.
We're going to be standing in our T-shirts doing the parade, and it's going to be a nice night to get out.
And I just
see
want to
the parade.
clarify, I was dressed with a cane last year because I had a bad sciatica, and they thought I was pimping down 3rd Avenue. Can you imagine that?
Oh, man. I thought maybe you were being like Marvin Steele that just walked by. I don't know. You saw Marvin walk by.
I did. And then lastly, before we go, the Candy Crawl is going to be on October 26th, 11 to 1. We started Langdon from Quality Time, and I started that 2 years ago. Started with 150 people, then the next year 300. Last year we had 600 people attend.
That's awesome.
600.
All
So
right.
we're looking forward to that.
So, well, you've got other things going on. Small Business Saturday, what's going on for that?
I am excited because Small Business Saturday is an opportunity for those who
You ain't getting out of here that quick.
those who are trying to struggle with small businesses, and this is
Okay.
an opportunity to open. So I do have everybody going online and going to Small Business Saturday. Just plug that in Google, and you'll be able to register. New Brighton Borough is the main sponsor of that. So if they ask you who are you under, just say New Brighton Borough, and you will get all kind of material. We're going to have balloons in front of all the businesses who agree to stay open on Saturday, and Friday and Saturday, so the weekend. But it's a great event, and it's a national event. Did you know that?
Yep.
Yeah, it's national.
So the Wassel Walk's tonight too, right?
No, Wassel Walk, that's
When's
in
that?
this. Well, no, I'm glad you said that. Thank you. That
When's
was
that
good.
coming up? Or that's the night before the Christmas thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
This holiday season, we'll be celebrating with the first weekend of December, and a 2-night special event series with focus on community growth and holiday cheer. Friday, December 6th, we'll celebrate with the New Brighton Public Library's annual Wassel Walk, which is absolutely superb. That's another thing that doesn't matter what the weather is. And then on Saturday, December 7th, will be New Brighton's Light Up Night featuring holiday shopping market, horse-drawn carriage rides, live entertainment, and so much more. And you know, Frank, this is an opportunity to bring our local businesses, schools, and churches and community organizations together.
And you know where we'll be that night, don't you?
Where will you be?
We will be in New Brighton for 4 hours playing Christmas music.
That is awesome, because we're going to be celebrating our beautiful downtown.
I told Monon we need to be back in front of Miss Val's place again like we were last year.
That would
We had
be
fun.
awesome.
We had fun last year.
It's an awesome time, and that's another event where the weather doesn't make a difference, because you just bundle up and be like in the old Jimmy Stewart Winter Wonderland stories and Hallmark stories. We can be
Right.
Hallmark.
Yeah, there you go.
We're New Brighton's into Hallmark.
I saw that.
Yeah.
They should call it New Brighton in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
Makes
should.
me mad that they don't.
I know.
But so you got that coming up.
Yes. And
Anything else in December? I know we've got a new event coming up in January, a coffee crawl.
that coffee crawl was so outstanding. That was another non-weather related item, because it was cold that day, but everybody was going in and having coffee. So everybody was warmed up and
Coffee and a snack, right?
coffee and a snack,
Okay.
and high on caffeine. Yeah. But we are doing the borough and the police department and We're at Your Service Community Life. We put together the food and presents.
Okay.
And that's going to be on December 23rd. We do it at the police station. So we're collecting toys. We do have a little fundraiser to help pay for the meals, because we give turkeys and hams away and food for the family for the holidays. It pains me to see people struggling, and people are generous at the holidays. So we are going to be collecting for that.
So let's take off the mayor hat.
Okay.
And let's put on the We're at Your Service hat.
Okay.
So Miss Val has a wonderful business, and I have 4 bags of clothes for you I got to bring down to you.
Right. Okay.
So Miss Val always tell us a little bit about We're at Your Service, because you're always helping people. People are making donations.
Yes.
And you're always there to help
Yes.
when people need it.
I started it through an agency, and it was a federal grant, and it dried up, and it was time for me to retire, and they didn't want the New Brighton location, so I took it on, and now I'm my own nonprofit, and I give back to the community of New Brighton, which I dearly love. We have a food pantry. We have a freezer with frozen food. We have pampered, and everything is donated, so I don't always have everything at the time somebody might need it. But the little bit of money I bring in, I have purchased things for folks. We just helped some guys that just got out of jail at the Moffat House, and they came and got clothes. They were so grateful. The ladies from the women's show, the young women, so wonderful and touching to be able to help somebody who is going through such a horrible time.
I have a neighbor that her daughter came from Georgia, and she was in a bad situation. She brought her kids and came up here, and they didn't have anything when they got there. And they said, "Oh, we went down to see Miss Val, and the kids had a bunch of toys and stuff." And so And that's why I told Dawn. I said, my wife, I said, that's why I give all my stuff to Miss Val.
Yeah.
So I've got something really cool that you could give to somebody for a nice Christmas present this year. I have it's almost a brand new Minnie Mouse bike.
Get
that
out
Gabby
of
barely
here.
ever. She was afraid to ride the bike, so it's like brand new.
Oh.
So I'll bring it down and give it to you.
And because we are very painstakingly careful about picking people or people calling us, we find out what their needs are, of course, confidentially. And if they need something extra, we have been able to make it happen. I had one gentleman, he didn't want any food. He said, if I could just have a sweet potato pie. And we did it.
Yeah.
We got him and took him a sweet potato pie.
That's awesome. And you're good at we're at your service. You do say your service because you also will help people when you know somebody has something.
Yes.
You'll help other people.
We got a great table and chair off for you.
Yeah, right.
And the family we gave it to, they were having hard times. They were so grateful, Frank.
Well, that's what it's about. It's awesome that other people can use things. So,
Yeah.
a lot of times we throw things away that we shouldn't be throwing away.
And don't get me started, because I am a dumpster diver. I will use things over and over till it can't be used anymore.
Yeah. So, do you take donations all the time?
All the time. I am open 10 to 3, Monday through Friday. Shop number that goes to my cell phone is 724-847-4400. I can be reached all the time. Believe me, people call me all the time.
How do you have all this time?
Yeah.
You're mayor,
And I love it, Frank. I really do love it. I'm embarrassingly humbled.
Who made that cool sign for you that says Madam Mayor is in?
Oh,
I stole that photo to use it for your promo today.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
The round one you're talking about?
Yeah.
From Wagner's Home Center.
Oh, okay.
They made that for me, and I just love it, in and out. In fact, you got to come visit my office at the mayor's office. I laughed because it looked like Perry Mason's office. Well, it looks like Perry Mason's office, but decorated by Della, because now it's New Brighton Lions, and I have a candy dish, and the guys and girls can come in and take candy. I want it to be a friendly. Politics doesn't have to be mean and nasty. It doesn't.
So you got your fingerprint all over New Brighton.
I do.
So what's your ultimate goal for the borough of New Brighton? Because we always call you Mrs. New Brighton, because that's, when you say New Brighton, Valerie McElvy.
Valerie McElvy. I just want us to be kinder to each other. I can't stress that enough, Frank. We need to be kinder and more appreciative and grateful. And I've been posting things, and I post funny things on my Facebook, because laughter is truly the best medicine.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Absolutely. I agree 100% with you. So recently, since you weren't on with me when you were on with Mike, unfortunately we lost another of our past great mayors in Dick Haddix a few weeks ago.
Yes.
So
yes.
I remember about him as a kid? On the tractor cutting grass. Remember?
Yes,
He would go everywhere. On that blue tractor riding around cutting grass everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the kindest man. He sat on this my right side. And as he gotten older and hearing, all of our hearing goes, and it'd be so funny. He would tap me on my shoulder. Okay, what part of the agenda are we on now? He was right there with his pen and pencil, but we will miss him dearly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's in the line. Remember growing up as kids, you'd always have those political battles back and forth. You might have one term Dick Haddix was mayor, the next term Paul Spickerman was mayor.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes, I remember.
Those were the battles growing up.
Those were the battles.
But we've always had great mayors.
Yeah. Oh,
and you just fall in line right with them.
And we are still saddened at the loss of Tommy.
Absolutely.
However, I'm blessed to be able to try to fill his shoes, and he did. He left an indelible mark on New Brighton.
One of my last memories of him, you might laugh when I tell you this, was him picking on me as him and Tommy are riding on that horse-drawn carriage last year.
Oh my goodness! Get out of here!
Yeah, that was one of my last memories. That sticks in my head. I always saw him down AK Nahos, and I stopped and BS to him. But that was one of my last memories. He was those guys are riding.
Well, one of the things that, and I appreciate, I'm trying to learn how to do it. Tommy and Tom both were excellent at. We could have a borough meeting where someone's coming in and just giving us heck, and their facial expression never changes. You couldn't tell if they were mad or okay with what you're saying. Their face, just a poker face. I wish I could do that. I do not have a poker face.
Oh, Tommy's real good at having a poker face.
He's good. You couldn't tell if they were upset. They answered a question intelligently and smartly, and what you want to hear. But I think they do get mad. Do they get mad?
No, I don't think I've ever seen Tommy mad.
I don't think I've ever seen him
mad. I've known
mad.
him for a long time.
I've never seen him mad.
I've seen him do some pretty silly stuff, but I've never seen him mad.
Yeah, I can't. And
know.
neither Tom.
We used to go to NASCAR races every year, Tommy and.
Is that how you got hooked onto that?
No, I was on it for years, and then a friend of ours, Jeremy Pletz, that's how I met Tommy first, and then we used to all go to NASCAR. We'd go to Pocono every year, and then Tommy drug us to Ohio to a race once and tried to feed us all veggie burgers.
Yuck.
Yeah, that was in his vegetarian phase, and that was when those burgers weren't that good. We've had some good times.
Well, I'm grateful. I've been on borough council almost 20 years, and I ran for mayor about 17 years ago. I wasn't ready to be mayor then. God knew when to place me in this.
Yeah, you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And you've got great staff around you, including Tommy and
Tommy
everybody
is
else.
Excellent in that position.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, he was made for that.
And Rob Hartwick, he is our board chair. He's another stern one. And I can say it on the radio because he knows it. And if my face, because I don't have a poker face, if it looks like I'm going to rant and rave, Robbie gives me the look.
I can't believe it.
And in my head, I'm going,
don't you do it, Miss Val.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You just sit over and be quiet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They need one of those, what do they have for like a shock collar?
Yeah,
Don't, Miss Val.
Don't,
be quiet.
Oh, we shouldn't say that because he might look into that.
The Miss Val button. So.
Don't.
But anyway, so if people do need to get a hold of you as the mayor of New Brighton, how can they get a hold of you?
They can call. I didn't know I had a mayor voice message. Didn't know I had that.
Just call me on my cell.
Yeah, well, what happens is because young Tommy is so smart, social media, when they call the borough office, they can put it into my box and it comes to my phone. Isn't that neat?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't miss any phone calls, and I
like voicemail.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, so do I.
People know how to get a hold of me if they need to. So you get me when you need to.
That's exactly. Yes, indeed.
People know the secret ways that I answer the phone.
Secret ways, yes.
If I don't know the number, I don't answer it.
Well, and then the people that I have their personal phone, like Chief Walton.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that he gave me his cell phone. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
I hear you. So. All right, Miss Val, you'll be back again next month.
Yes.
As always, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Fall Fest, New Brighton tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
And we'll be there from 12 to 2. Curtis Walsh, I'll be up here, so I won't be able to be there till after. But Curtis Walsh, Ryan Girazonis, both New Brighton guys, will be there as well. And Sheila Danbaugh is going to come down and help them. So they'll be down in front of the hot dog shop from 12 to 2.
Fantastic.
And the event goes from 12 to 5. So come out. Enjoy and have fun.
Yes.
All right. See you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, here's about New Brighton Fall Fest right now.
Join 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP